Hmm. This is going to be one of those little chats that you don't always enjoy having. It's one of those ones where we are going to be direct. This is our nature, of course. So it is important that you hear what it is we have to tell you. The decisions that you make there are sometimes ones that you regret. There are times after when you think, well, that was a bad idea. We are going to tell you that that is pointless, you see, because each decision that you make points out exactly where you are on your path of alignment, you see. So, if you are making a bad decision that you regret, then it just moves you a little bit more this way, you see. And then, if you make another bad decision that you regret, it moves you back along, you see. So all of these decisions you're making are very important, whether they're good or bad, because they bring you back along the path, you see. It is this path you are trying to make that goes towards, it is love and peace and contentment. And this is where you are heading, you see. You can see it ahead of you, but you don't know the exact path to it, and you're not supposed to, you see. So your path goes in and out and to the side, and sometimes it goes way off and then it comes right back, you see. So in the end of things, you're always back on this path. It is where your soul yearns to take you, you see. So as much as you can try to ignore its pulls, it pulls you back to it. It is like a magnet that your soul is drawn to this path, you see. So you can't go very far. It doesn't matter, really. If you make a bad decision, it doesn't matter. You make another one and it might be a little better or a little worse. It doesn't matter, because you are always pulled back to this path. It is the path of joy. And it ends at love, you see. So make all the decisions you want. Don't be too difficult on your human self. You have limited information and life experience, and you can be swayed by other humans. Don't worry about it. The path, you are not very far from the path at all times. It takes a slight movement and you're back on it. So don't fret about these things that you worry about making the right decision, you see, all of the time, and then you spend all your energy trying to make the right decision, where you could have already made a bad decision and come back to the path, you see. And all this time you're contemplating. Just make the best decision you can and just come on back to the path when you're finished with it. It sounds simple, you say. And we are going to say your life is not as complicated as you make it. It's not as complicated as you think it is. There is this path heading toward love, and your soul knows exactly where it is at all times, and you just have to ask. And sometimes when you get in alignment, you know, we mention this a lot, when you're in alignment with Source and you're meditating, it's a little easier to see the path. There are less trees blocking it, you see, and it's a little more shiny and you can see it. You come towards it a little bit more, and you don't wander off so far away from it and get lost in the woods, and then you have to find your way back and chop down the trees and this kind of thing. So you're a little bit closer to it. But that's where you're heading, so don't fret about the decisions you're making. You'll be back on the path soon enough. In just a moment you'll be back on there. Your soul knows the way. Don't forget this, it's very important. Because if you know that and truly, then you won't put so much energy and into these decisions and so much frustration if it turns out badly. Your soul knows the way. And there is much love here for you. Namaste.